I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Chris Yee.
And I'm Z Garcia.
Today we're taking a look at a game called Please Don't Burn My Village. Or if you see it from a distance, it just says Burn My Village.
It's subliminal marketing.
Oh, I get it.
It's superliminal marketing, actually.
Oh.
As an aside, it's from Fireside Games, who are best known for
Burning villages.
Castle Panic.
Oh.
And this comes with a Castle Panic promo card. I'm not a huge fan of that because I don't want to buy this to get a promo card.
Yeah. That's a minor thing.
I didn't see that promo card in there.
Z already pocketed it.
Pocket no Castle Panic promo.
I will say when I saw this, I looked at it and thought, there's not much here. And it isn't a very big game. Z's going to show you.
All right.
Here we're taking a look at a game already in progress with 4 players, each one of them having played some cards already and having a hand of cards. Here we've got the market with the different stalls and a value in each. And then in the center here we have the ranking for these different items. Every player on their turn is going to take one of 3 different actions, and we're going to continue going around the table until the deck of cards runs out, the end game is triggered, and then we will evaluate everything that we have bribed the dragon with. That is all the things we have played face up in front of us. So, for example, if we were going to evaluate this player's board, and we're assuming the game is fully over, and every value has been set, is no longer changing, then each of these potions is going to be worth 3 victory points. Every one of these crowns is going to be worth 4 victory points. And the feather, along with this wild, which counts as a feather, would also be worth 3 victory points. Right now, the axes are very lowly priced. So ideally, if you have a lot of those, you want to rise that value before the game is over. So we're going to have this player take a turn, and they are going to do one of 3 things. Your first option is bribing the dragon. That entails playing cards in front of you, either to start a new collection, something you haven't played before, or to add to a collection. So this player could play 2 swords, they could play just this axe, or they could throw the wild into either one of those things. They could play 3 swords like this, 2 axes like this. They can also use the wild on its own to add to something they've already started, but they cannot play the wild to begin something that has not been established because, well, we don't know what it is then. So they could make any one of those choices. Let's say that they are going to play 3 swords like this. They'll put that face up in front of them, add it to a group if it's already been started, and then step 2 is find the sword and move it a number of steps up equal to the number of cards that were just played. In this case, 3. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, like so. And then the final step of bribing the dragon is adding new things to the black market. We're going to reveal cards from the deck, adding 1 card at a time to each of these piles until we find a sword or a wild, and then we are done. So here we go. That's a crown, that is an axe, and that is a wild, and we are done at that point. That player's turn is over. Second option they could have taken is they can go out here to the market and take one of these stacks, but they have to discard a number of cards equal to the value up at the top, this one being free, and it got taken already. But they could, for example, assuming this is player's turn again and nothing else has changed, they can discard this card here to the discard pile and take all 3 of these or both of these. Now, here's the thing. You are also cursing something as you are discarding. So let's go to this player over here and have them be the ones who are taking a turn. They're going to take a look at their hand of cards, and they're going to discard both of these right here. You choose which one you want on top, and you can discard again however many you want, assuming, based on how much you want to acquire. They're discarding both of these. I'll put them there for a second to reference them. They're going to acquire one of these 2 stalls because that's the value, 2 cards. They're going to take the entirety of this stall right here, add that to their hand. No hand limit in this game. And now, based on which of these 2 they choose to put on top, and they could reverse that, that item will be cursed, and it's going to move down that many steps, in this case 2. So they're going to go 1 and 2, like so, and then we are going to discard that. So first option, bribing the dragon. Second option, acquiring a stall. And the third option is the simplest one of all. You can simply draw a card and add that to your hand. Like I said, we keep going around until the deck has run out, the game is over. Any cards you are still holding in your hand, you can add to the table in front of you if they are sets you have already commenced. But if it's something you haven't started or it's a wild, you cannot add it anymore. And in fact, they'll penalize you in your hand. And then you figure out what your final score is. Whoever has the high score is the winner of the game.
I kind of went into this game not expecting a lot.
No, in fact, trepidatious of that very handsome kind of looking dragon on the cover.
Yeah, man. Why is he working so hard? He's cooking. He's working hard to try to burn my village.
Yeah.
That's a euphemism. That's right.
The thing was, it wasn't just the looks. It was, even after I read the rules, I thought,
Right.
you're playing some cards and moving things around. I've seen this before. But this game just did it in a very cheerful, smooth way for a game that is fairly swingy with point values.
Yes, when I saw the volatile market system, swords are worth 4 points at the end of the game, and now they're worth 1. And now they're back to 4. Now they're worth 2.
Yeah, it's wild, and it changes so much that I think this is not a game you can really play and kind of worry too much about who's going to win and who's going to lose. That is very secondary to the card play, the sort of engaging in the activity a little bit.
But it makes you feel clever. I'm
I don't know if I agree with you,
and I
but
put
okay.
a card on top of that, and I move them down, and it's the same kind of game. This genre needs a name. Of that whole, I have stuff in front of me that's worth things, but I also
You have some control over what
I control over how much they're worth, but
Okay.
it also is the cards in my hand also control how much things are worth. There's a lot of games like that. Knizia has done. Loco is this. And for this one, it plays so smoothly and it's so entertaining that I like it a lot.
Yeah. It's a very energetic game. I think that's the best way to describe it, and that the game does come across in a vibrant way. It's very energetic. It's your actions, besides draw a card, which you don't really do that much, honestly. You're kind of hoping to do one of the other two things, are full of action. You're playing cards, and then you make the market do its thing, and then you reveal stuff, and it's not coming out, so the stalls are getting juicy, and there's all this stuff happening. But it definitely feels super swingy and kind of crazy, and at the end, somebody wins, and you go, all right, well, good. I don't love the idea that the fact that even though nothing else scores, they felt the need to make the difference between the worst thing and the best thing 4 times as good. And I wish that they would have. I think this is something we talked about actually after we played together. There's no reason it could not have been like 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, or whatever it is. Whereas now it's 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Because then the very best thing would have only been twice as good as the worst thing, not 4 times. It changes so much that it's raucous, it's wild, it's uncontrollable. Maybe that's fine. And if you don't care and you're like, ha, I stuck you with a thing, now your crowns suck, then that's fine.
Yeah, I kind of feel that's where it's at. I don't know that it matters. And also the cards are possibly negative points if you're holding on to them.
Yeah.
And I'm amused by that too.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the game is just how juicy those spots get.
I do like
there's
that.
6 cards there, and I'm like,
I'll discard 3 for 6.
yeah, so I'll finally do it.
Yeah.
And the way you put them out,
That's very clever.
it works very well.
I think that the volatility of the market would bother me, but for the fact that it's kind of what we're talking about. An energetic, funny game. It's kind of silly. I'm not taking it too seriously.
Yeah.
But then I think in the last 1/3 of the game, and it's nice because it adds a little arc at the end, I think that's when adjusting the values of things matters. Because
Right.
that deck can run out. For the first 2/3 of it,
That's true.
swords
Who
are
cares?
up. Well, swords are down. Oh no, right? They'll bounce back. But when it gets near the end, and I like that tension, as the deck gets pretty narrow, you're like, wait, what I do now might be the last adjustment, because if we start revealing cards and don't find that thing, we could go through 2 whole rows of fill up, and the game could just end right now. And I like that tension.
Yeah.
What would you give it?
I don't
Small little
dislike
game.
it. I don't dislike it. I think it's a solid 6 for me. It's one I certainly recommend. Again, if you are someone who wants to, like Chris said, throw down some cards, have that energetic time, have that fun. It's not even part of the game. It's literally upkeep, and yet it's such a fun moment to reveal the cards and be like, all the way to the free stall at the end and start revealing again. You're like, oh, it's like, it's not a thing, but it feels good. You know what I mean?
Right.
You didn't choose that.
You
It just
didn't do
happened.
anything, and yet it feels juicy. Now I can discard for more stuff. It's fun. I like it. I think it's a solid 6.
I'm coming in quite a bit higher. I like this a lot. I'm giving it an 8. I think for being a 20-minute card game, it says 20 minutes on the box. And I think that's accurate. And first off, applause for that. The worst thing I have to say about it, I think that the board has a fold in it that gets in the way of adjusting the things.
It's
right?
2 big creases. It's a
Yeah.
tri-fold. They fold in on itself too, so one of those 2 folds has to be quite large to accommodate for the inner. But it's
it's-
annoying to slide things back and forth.
Yeah.
If ever a game needed a neoprene playmat,
But what we did was the punch of the tokens, if you lay them flat on the board, it'll always catch. So Z halfway through just flipped them all over so that the little, the punch side's on the bottom and then slides over
a
it.
little better.
Yeah, it is better. So anyway, that's the biggest negative I have to say about it. It's lucky it's swingy, but that all works in favor of the game. It's very fun and punchy.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. It's an 8 for me too. This is a weird one for me, and how I was able to play it with a few people who take games more seriously than me by a factor of 20, and with people who take games not seriously at all. I played with the very extremes, and everyone seemed to enjoy it. I don't think anyone's going to go out and say this game is great, but this game is very enjoyable. It's been a long game session. What's a game we can close down a night with? Here you go.
Yeah.
And it fits 5 players very nicely.
Agreed.
So I think it's a nice little game that is in their Castle Panic universe to some degree, and it's just fun to play. So that's Please Don't Burn My Village. Check it out. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Chris Yee.
I'm Z Garcia.
This dragon likes you.
Hell, give me your gold.
Hey, thanks for watching another video here on the Dice Tower. We really appreciate you stopping by and checking our things out. Thanks so much for joining us today. And hey, if you really like what we're doing here at the Dice Tower, then there are different ways to support the Dice Tower. One of those ways is through Patreon. We have links in the description to this video. And we have links to lots of other things we do down there, so definitely check it out. But either way, we're glad you watched us. Tell your friends about the Dice Tower. Until next time, though, I'm Tom Vassell, and I hope you enjoyed this video.